Hello friends, my name is Nick Sayer, and I'll be here with the next couple of minutes to discuss the Virginia snowstorm of 2012. And first of all, I want to thank all the folks who came to the website yesterday, to the Facebook page also, increased by over 50 fans, so that was nice. Now let's take a look what's going on with the current satellite imagery. I'm going to take you over full screen here and zoom ourselves in. You can see we have some very intense action going on right now across the state of Louisiana, and where the storm is going, and this is going to result in some very heavy snow for Richmond about 24 hours to 36 hours down the line. We also have more activity developing central Texas. Now, Texas activity is taking a little bit longer to develop, which is concerning, but overall we have a decent precipitation shield that is in fact expanding. Let's take a look right now at the current radar so you can see what's falling from those clouds. Well, you can actually see we have somewhat of a snowstorm developing right now from the northern part of Texas into western Oklahoma. As you make your way into Oklahoma and the rest of the state of Texas, heavy rain and some very intense rain right now moving through Louisiana. Let's zoom ourselves in. You can see that this storm has so much moisture. It's unbelievable. I don't think we've dealt with a storm that's gotten this much moisture in a long time, and that's because you got snow in the northern part of Texas. You've got the warm Gulf of Mexico moisture in the southern part, and that always creates heavy rain and thunderstorms, and there is today a tornado threat in parts of the southeast. Let's take a look at what happens with this event as we go through time. Now, by the time we're out to about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, notice how the storm hasn't quite started yet. We have a precipitation shield to the south and to the west, and at this point it's made itself to about the North Carolina-Virginia border. In Richmond, it starts as rain and quickly goes over to snow, and heavy snow throughout much of the morning hours in these areas into the afternoon into the early evening. Now, by at least noon at the latest, I think Richmond should change over to snow. A backlash of moisture comes into these areas, producing even more snow. Now, if you don't get the backlash, you're screwed, because that is adding at least 2 to 4 inches of additional snow across this entire area, which most people don't think is going to happen, but I think will happen. Want to see someone who doesn't think it's going to happen, in fact, who doesn't think the storm's going to be all that impressive for Richmond anyway? It's AccuWeather, and they're calling for somewhat of a renegade forecast. There's millions of people that visit the site every day, so I'm surprised that they are going with the forecast. I'm not sure why there's a very strange ad playing. It's not fun. Anyway, here's what they're going for. It's a conspiracy against me, so I can't show their map, but it's not going to work. 1 to 3 inches for Richmond. Oh boy. 3 to 6 for around Charlottesville, and they got the 6 to 12 out there in the mountains. Now, I very much disagree with this forecast. Yesterday's second call forecast is not all that different from my final call forecast today. Basically, let's start off with DC Baltimore. Now that's where the major change is. I told you guys I might come out looking like a fool, and I think I will in DC Baltimore. I said like 4 to 6 for you guys. Now I think you get 1 to 3. Now, the good news is DC still has the potential to get up to 4. But for now, I'm going with 1 to 3 for you guys. Around Fredericksburg, I had like 6 to Fredericksville, I had like 6 for you, 6 to 8. And I've toned that down pretty significantly since then. I'm thinking more like 4 to 6, or maybe only 3. Now, let's talk about where the totals are the same. That's the greater Richmond area. Now, I've been saying you guys get at least 6. I said you guys get 4 to 8 since, I think, what did I going to say? Oh, yeah, Thursday. And still, a lot of folks haven't really caught on to my forecast. Now, keep in mind, it's not set in stone yet, but I'm thinking right now for Richmond, 5 to 8 inches for you guys. So, very well. You're doing quite well this storm, probably the biggest one since December 2010. Roanoke sees even better snow, 10 to 15 inches, and although this may look the same as my second call, it's not. And then, what else do we have here? Some of the areas in the highest elevations, not snowshoe this time because they're a little bit far north, but maybe like, can't think of any ski resorts in western Virginia, but if you know of any ski resorts, they'll do quite well, perhaps receiving over a foot. So, here's the deal, folks. My website still won't update. If you're on my website right now, the only way you'll be able to view this forecast video is by, going down into the chat and viewing my forecast video there. So, I guess that's the only place where you can really do it. Now keep in mind, the Facebook page will have not only the forecast videos every time they're released, but they will also have intermediate updates between forecast videos. Let's find our Facebook page right now. And this is the page, you guys. It's one of the fastest growing pages on Facebook about weather, and I encourage you to like it and have a good day. And what have I not talked about yet? I got until about 6 minutes for this forecast video. I want to talk about what NBC 12 is saying, because I really just don't agree with I didn't agree with their forecast last night. I don't agree with it tonight. Then what are they saying? Richmond I-95 corridor 2 to 3 inches. Yep, I don't. Still not agreeing with them. And WX Risk is one of the few guys I agree with on the storm. But anyway, have a good day, folks. Again, signing off now. My name is Nick Sayer. Now, again, be here tomorrow for the forecast video. Be here. We're going to have continuing updates through the storm. Be there or be square.